And now at 5, evacuations still in place in East Palestine 4 days after a fiery train derailment.
The hundreds of residents living near the site who've refused to leave are being urged to get out. That's because there's still a risk of a potential explosion. Norfolk Southern officials said today the fire pit used for yesterday's controlled detonation is out, and the 5 train cars carrying the cancer-causing chemical vinyl chloride are no longer burning.
Now that the controlled fire and the venting is done, we're increasing our air monitoring within the 1 mile evacuation zone to get data for what the situation is now. Ultimately, hopefully in the near future to lift that evacuation, get people back in the homes.
The National Transportation Safety Board is inspecting the rail cars before they can be removed. Public safety officials said there have been no significant injuries from the incident. And some families in East Palestine are not confident in the drinking water from their private wells. They want their water tested even as long after the cleanup is done.
News 5 investigator Tara Morgan spent the day talking with families who say they don't feel safe right now.
Linda Murphy lives in East Palestine, roughly 3 miles from Ground Zero and just up the hill from Leslie Run Creek.
There were several dead fish floating at multiple locations along Leslie Run.
The Murphys have well water, but right now they're not touching it.
That's what we bathe in, that's what we drink, that's what we cook with, and that's what I also give to my animals. So it was a major concern, and they could not reassure me that the water was safe to drink. They didn't say it wasn't, but they absolutely refrained from saying that it was.
Linda got one of her horses out of town, but Bert refused to step onto a trailer.
Obviously, it might not be instantaneous. Where there's a result, this could be long-term for years and years.
Their neighbors, Joe and Amanda White, worry about their well water too. They just returned home after a night away with a case of bottled water to share with their golden retriever, Murphy.
Our well is 300 feet down. If it could have got into our wells in our drinking water.
Yeah. Or how long, if it's not in there now, is it going to be in there in a week? Is it going to go, because everything's going to seep through the ground. It has to go somewhere.
The Ohio EPA tells me they have not seen anything at this point to suggest private wells would be impacted. Groundwater protection plans will be considered as part of long-term remediation. As far as the water in streams, the Ohio EPA says environmental contractors are taking water quality samples daily, with results expected in the coming days. They've also put up earthen dams in a stream close to the derailment to capture contaminants.
I want my water tested, every week. At least every week for the next few months until we get a nice, recorded record of several tests that says it's free and clear of anything.
Linda wants long-term water testing too for her safety and peace of mind.
I would like someone to reach out and reassure us that, yeah, it's safe, but do I wholeheartedly believe that? No. But ongoing testing down the road, not only today, but in the future, and a relationship moving forward where we can be confident.
I'm News 5 investigator Tara Morgan.